The other thing is, oh, my name's Pete, sorry. And the other thing is, where do you guys stand with all of the UN treaties that are coming up throughout the next 90 to 120 days that Hillary has so graciously given her support to?
Yeah. You're probably referring first and foremost to the UN Treaty on the Law of the Sea. We held an extensive hearing on that. I sit on the Foreign Relations Committee, and we held a hearing on that just last week where we had Secretary Clinton, from the Department of State, Secretary Panetta, from the Department of Defense, and the Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff come and testify in support of it. The Obama administration wants this treaty ratified. This treaty will be ratified over my dead body. I have several reasons for opposing the Law of the Sea Treaty. First and foremost, it transfers a significant amount of America's sovereign authority to an international government agency known as the International Seabed Authority that will be based in that bastion of modern Republican democracy known as Kingston, Jamaica. It will be based outside the United States. It will consist of and be ruled by a 160-plus member international body consisting of countries including Cuba, Sudan, lots of countries that don't like us. And those countries will get to make decisions that will affect us. For example, if there is oil or natural gas drilling on America's outer continental shelf or extended continental shelf, after just a few years, we will have to be paying 7%, basically a 7% royalty cut, or some would say a tax, to this International Seabed Authority in Kingston, Jamaica. And then this international body, consisting of these 160-plus countries, get to decide where that money goes. And they are directed under the terms of the treaty to give preference to where it goes to landlocked nations. So the seafaring nations like ours are going to be giving a lot of money to landlocked nations. Now, I suppose individual nations can choose to do that if they want, but it's going to be over my dead body. We're locked into doing that because of some treaty. We're also locked into a series of environmental restrictions that could give rise to international lawsuits. Judgments resulting from those lawsuits would be enforceable in U.S. courts. So one can easily foresee a situation in which a foreign entity decides to sue the United States or a U.S. entity, claiming that this or that industrial activity is having an adverse effect on the environment, whether a climate change type effect or otherwise. And this international body could adjudicate that decision, issue a massive multi-million, multi-billion-dollar judgment against the U.S. entity, and that judgment would then be enforceable in U.S. courts. Very, very dangerous idea.